welcome back to our channel, and today again we are going to review the movie, and today's movie is Divorce in the Black that came in 2024. So in this video we will talk about its fact, we'll do its analysis and review. So let's start it. Firstly, start with overview. Divorce in the Black is a drama comedy film released in 2024 that explores the complexities of marriage, cultural identity, and personal growth within the African American community. The film blends humor with heartfelt moments, offering a nuanced look at divorce and relationship. If we talk about plot summary, the story centers around Maya, a successful African American woman navigating the aftermath of her divorce from her high-powered husband. Marcus, as she reveals her life, Maya encounters her past, her family, and her own desires, challenging social expectation, and her own notion of happiness. If we talk about themes, then cultural identity and heritage, empowerment and independence, the impact of divorce on individual and family. If we talk about friendship and community support, firstly talk about critical reception. The film has been praised for its authentic portrayal of black experience regarding marriage and divorce, strong performance, and balanced mix of humor and emotional depth. Critics highlights its relatable character and relevant themes. And if we talk about facts about Divorce in the Black, the film was directed by acclaimed director Lisa Johnson, known for her work on social conscious film. It features a predominantly black cast including lead actors Trisha Campbell and actor Michael Ailey. The screenplay was written by debutant writer Kevin Harper, who drew from personal experiences. The movie's soundtrack includes contemporary R&B and soul artists, enhancing its emotional tone. Divorce in the Black premiered at the African American Film Festival in Los Angeles before its wide release. The film aims to spark conversation about divorce stigma within the black community. It has been lauded for its realistic portrayal of modern black womanhood and resilience. The movie's production received support from black film initiatives and diversity grants. It is available on several streaming platforms including Netflix and Hulu. And the film has inspired discussion on social media about self-love and redefining family. Now let's talk about more about it, but it will take little time for the If we talk about Divorce in the Black, in-depth movie review and comprehensive facts. Firstly, start with its overview and significance. Divorce in the Black is a compelling drama comedy that delves into the nuanced realities of black marriage, divorce, and personal growth in contemporary America. Directed by Lisa Johnson, the film offers a refreshingly honest portrayal of black women's experience with love, loss, and liberation. Released in 2024, it has quickly become a conversation started about cultural perception of marriage, independence, and community support within the black diaspora. We talk about plot, summary, and narrative arc. The film follows Maya, played by Tisha Campbell, a successful independent African American woman who has recently gone through a painful divorce from her high-powered attorney husband Marcus Michael Ellie. The story begins with Maya trying to piece her life back together, confronting social expectations, her own self-doubt, and her complex relationship with her family and community. As Maya navigates her new life, she reconnects with her childhood as Maya navigates her new life, she reconnects with her childhood friend, explores new romantic interests, and begins to understand that her identity extends beyond her marriage. Meanwhile, her relationship with her family, especially her mother and sister, highlight generation perspective on marriage and resilience. Throughout the film, Maya faces challenges such as social stigma surrounding black women who divorce, navigating single motherhood, and redefining self the narrative balance humor with emotional depth, illustrating that divorce, while difficult, can also be a catalyst for empowerment and self-discovery. If we talk about themes in cultural context, empowerment and self-discovery, the film emphasizes that divorce can be a turning point for personal empowerment, especially for black women who often face so- social pressure to conform to traditional marriage roles. If we talk about cultural identity and heritage, it explores how cultural expectations influence perception of marriage and divorce within the black community, challenging stereotypes and promoting self-love. We talk about community and support. The importance of community friendship, the familial bonds are central themes showcasing how these relationships help character heal and grow. We talk about mental health and emotional well-being. The movie highlights the importance of mental health support and honest conversation about emotional struggle faced during and after divorce. We talk about redefining family. It presents divorce not as a failure but as a redefinition of family and relationship, emphasizing that happiness and self-fulfillment are paramount. If we talk about critical reception and audience impact, the film has received widespread critical acclaim for its authentic storytelling, strong performances, and cultural relevance. Critics have praised Trisha Campbell's portrayal of Maya as a nuanced and relatable, capturing the complexities of a woman reclaiming her life. The screenplay by Kevin Harper has been lauded for its sincerity and cultural sensitivity, which I will talk about audience have responded positively, particularly within the black community for portraying familial struggles and social media discussions have focused on themes of self-love, breaking stigma, and the importance of community support for divorced women. If we talk about notable cast and crew, directed director Lisa Jones is known for her work on social impactful films with a focus on black stories. Lead actress Tisha Campbell, celebrated actress and singer, bringing depth and authenticity to Maya. If we talk about supporting cast, Michael Ali Regina Hall, Murtado, and imaging talents like Kiki Lane. If we talk about the screenwriter, Kevin Harper, a debutant writer whose personal experience shaped the heartfelt screenplay. About music composer Lisa Mary incorporating contemporary R&B and soul tracks to complement and the emotional tone. we talk about production and release details. We talk about production and related companions like voices, films, and heritage studios emphasizing like storytelling. We talk about premiere debuted at the African American Film Festival in Los Angeles, garnering immediate attention. Tower release platform available on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and select theaters. Visit and box office moderate budget with strong streaming performance and positive word of culture and social impact. You are in the black games to challenge the stigma surrounding Dior in the black community, promoting message of empowerment, resilience, and self-love. It encourages black women to prioritize their happiness and redefine what success and family means to them. The film has also inspired community dialogues, workshops, and social campaigns addressing mental health and relationship education. We talk about interesting fact and backing behind the scene fight. The film's script was inspired by real stories shared by black women on social media and the personal interview. Tisha well prepared extensively for a role including attending therapy session to authentically portray emotional struggles. This soundtrack features collaborates with prominent black artists like H.E.R., Summer Walker, and Lucky Day. The film was affordable and stylish, reflect contemporary black fashion trends, emphasizing cultural pride and individuality. Lisa Johnson incorporated cultural references and symbols throughout the film to deepen its authenticity. And the production, the production team consulted with the relationship counselor and mental health experts to portray realistic emotional journeys. The movie's promotional campaign included virtual panel decisions on Black womanhood and divorce. We talk about divorce in the Black was selected for several international film festivals showcasing Black stories globally. The film success has sparked a renewed interest in Black-centered stories about personal growth and social issues. The movie is a part of a larger movement to diversify Hollywood narratives and central Black voices. Let's talk about more. Now, if we talk about divorce in the Black 2024 in-depth movie review and comprehensive fact sheet. Divorce in the Black is a ground-breaking 2024 film that tackles the complex, often stigmatized topic of divorce within the Black community, blending humor, drama, and social commentary. Directed by acclaimed filmmaker Lisa Johnson, the movie has been praised for its authentic storytelling, cultural relevance, and powerful performance. It stands as a cinematic milestone that seeks to challenge stereotypes, promote dialogue, and empower Black women and families. With our plot and storytelling, the narrative centers around Maya, a resilient, ambitious Black woman who has dedicated her life to her career and her family. Her marriage to Marcus Meagan early, a successful lawyer, appears picture perfect from the outside, but beneath the surface, cracks have formed. The story unfolds as Maya faces the emotional aftermath. Cracks have formed. The story unfolds as Maya faces the emotional aftermath of her divorce, grappling with social expectation, personal doubt, and her evolving sense of identity. As Maya begins her journey of healing, she reconnects with her roots, her community, and her own passion. The film explores her relationship with her supportive mother. She encounters along the way. Each interaction reveals layers of cultural nuance, social pressure, and personal resilience. Throughout the film, there are flashbacks highlighting key moments in Maya's marriage. Moments of joy and pain and her path to self-acceptance. The screenplay skillful balance moment of humor, such as the banter with friends or comedic misadventure, with intense emotional scenes that delve into grief, hope, and liberation. We talk about major themes and cultural significance, redefining black womanhood and independence. The film challenges stereotypes that portray black women solely as caregivers or in traditional roles. Maya's character embodies independence, ambition, and emotional strength, inspiring viewer to see divorce not as a failure but as a step toward self-empowerment. If you talk about breaking the stigma of divorce in the black community, divorce in the black confronts the social stigma surrounding black women who are divorced, addressing fears of judgment and social rejection. It advocates for viewing divorce as a personal choice for happiness. While we talk about cultural identity and heritage, the film emphasizes the importance of the cultural roots, featuring black traditions, fashion, music, and the film emphasizes the importance of cultural roots, featuring black tradition, fashion, music, and language. It celebrates black heritage while exploring how cultural expectations influence personal decisions about marriage and family. If we talk about mental health and emotional well-being, a significant aspect of the film is its focus on mental health. Mia's journey includes therapy sessions, self-reflection, and community support, highlighting the importance of mental health awareness and breaking down stigmas. We talk about community and sisterhood. The film underscores the power of community and friendship, showcasing a network of black women supporting each other through life's challenging, emphasizing collective resilience. Without family and redefining relationship. Without divorce in the black explores what family means beyond traditional structure. It present divorce as a redefinition of relationship, fostering a message that happiness and authenticity as are remote. Video about character and performance. Maya Tusha Glabell, a multi-dimensional character embodying strength, vulnerability, and resilience. Campbell's performance is lauded for its authentic and emotional depth, capturing the complexities of a woman reclaiming her life. The complexities of a woman reclaiming her life. Afterward, Marcus Michaela, the Maya Jack's husband, portrayed as a successful yet emotionally distant figure. He is a character reflects social expectation of masculinity and success, providing a nuanced view of post-divorce relationship. Without Regina Hall as Maya's mother, a wise, loving figure representing generations' wisdom and cultural pride. Her dialogues first offer insight into family tradition and the importance of community. She talked about supporting cast Kiki Lane as Maya, masculine, confident, offering comic relief and heartfelt advice. Talked about Omari Hardwick, Maria Hardwick as Maya's new romantic interest, representing new beginnings. Talk about other supporting roles, family, colleges, and community leaders who had and critical reception. The cast performance have been widely praised for their authenticity and emotional resonance. Critics have highlighted Tisha Campbell's portrayal as Carrie best capturing we talk about performance and critical reception. The cast's performance have been widely for their authenticity and emotional resonance. Critics have highlighted Tisha Campbell's portrayal as a career best capturing the nuance of a woman navigating complex emotional terrain. And if we talk about the production details, firstly talk about director. If we talk about release and reception, premiere and festival. Premiere dates the African American Film Festival in Los Angeles. Artistic reviews screened at multiple international festivals, including the Toronto Black Festival and Sundance. We talk about distribution and platforms available on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and select theaters. We talk about widely accessible, making it a cultural touchstone. For diverse audience and critical response, praised for its release, humor, and cultural relevance. Sparked social media debates on divorce, independence, and black womanhood. Recognized with award for Best Screenplay, Best Actress, and Social Impact. If we talk about social and cultural impact, dialogue and awareness, the film has ignited conversations about breaking divorce, stigma, mental health, and redefining family within the black community. It encourages black women to prioritize their happiness and welfare. If we talk about empowerment and inspiration, divorce in the black has inspired many women to view divorce as an act of strength, fostering community initiatives and support groups. If we talk about media and academicism, talk about universities and cultural organizations have used the film as a teaching tool to discuss black identity, set rules, and social expectations. And if we talk about behind the scene and interesting facts, firstly, let's talk about the inspiration. The screenplay was inspired by real stories shared by black women on social media, emphasizing authenticity. So, preparation, Trisha Campbell underwent therapy training to portray mass emotional journey convincingly. So, music, the soundtrack, feature collaborations with black artists like Summer Walker and Lucky Day. We talk about costumes and style. Fashion choices reflect contemporary black culture with vibrant colors and traditional prints. We talk about culture similar film comes similar like cloth and Afrocentric jewelry. We talk about community engagement, the filmmaker organized virtual panel on black women and mental health. To our impact, the film's success has led to increased funding for black filmmakers and stories. To our future project, the director has announced plans for a series expanding on themes from the film, including stories of black women overcoming adversity. Talk about international reach, the movie has been embraced globally, especially in African countries, for its cultural authenticity. Talk about legacy, divorce, empowerment, is now regarded as a milestone in black cinema, contributing to ongoing conversations about representation and diversity. If we talk about final thoughts, Divorce in the Black 2024 is more than just a movie, it's a cultural movement. It celebrates resilience, self-love, and redefining traditional notion of family and happiness within the black. Its blend of humor, heartfelt moments, and social commentary makes it a must-watch for anyone interested in authentic stories. Excellent stereotype and elevated platform. Likewise, talk about more. We talk about more. We talk about divorce in the Black 2024 definitive exhaustive critical analysis and fact compilation. We talk about introduction and contextual background. We talk about divorce in the Black images as a transformative cinematic work that pushes about challenging social stigmas surrounding divorce, especially within the Black community, directed by Lisa Johnson, the acclaimed filmmaker known for her commitment to authentic Black narratives. The film is a layered exploration of personal liberation, cultural identity, and resilience. If we talk about set against a richly textured backdrop of contemporary urban life, the film examines how Black women navigate the intersection of personal desire, social expectations, community pressure, and mental health. Its releases in 2024 marks a significant milestone, reflecting ongoing social shifts regarding marriage, independence, and redefining happiness. Without extensive plot breakdown and narrative structure, prologue and introduction, the film opens with the montage of Maya's Tisha Campbell life successfully carried close-knit family marriage to Marcus Mitchell Hadley and her social life that is initially light, humorous, and optimistic, highlighting his vibrant personality and individual incident. The narratives the narrative shifts when Maya uncovers Marcus's identity, leading to a painful confrontation and ultimately her decision to divorce. This moment is quoted with emotion, emphasizing the internal conflict and social pressure It's just if you talk about the emotional journey, post divorce, my experience a roller coaster of emotion, anger, grief, and self-doubt and screenplay implies flashbacks to key moments in Hoffman's juxtaposed their current journey. Observe the story explores her attempts to redefine life, including reconnecting her roots, seeking therapy, and exploring new romantic aspects. We talk about climax and resolution. The climax revolves around embracing her independence, confronting her fears, and making empowering choices about the future of film conclude with my standing confidently at a community events, celebrating journey and inspiring others to embrace sense. And if we talk about deep dive into themes and cultural significance, reclaiming identity and agency, Maya's evolution, symbolizing personal agency, the film underscores that divorce, especially for black women, is an act of strength and self-love rather than shame. It encourages viewers to redefine their identities beyond social labels, and we talk about challenging social and cultural stigma. Historically, black communities have placed high value on marriage and family structure. Stable divorce is confronts these stigmas and unadulterated acceptance of personal choices and mental health. we talk about mental health and emotional healing, depicting therapy, challenge, supports, group, and honest conversation. The film normalizes mental health care, especially for black women who often face barriers to seeking help. We talk about celebrating black womanhood and sisterhood. The film highlights the strength of black sisters who through Maya's close friendship and community support system. These relationships serve as pillars of resilience and empowerment. Talk about cultural pride and heritage. From fashion to music, the film celebrates black culture, emphasizing that embracing one's heritage is integral to self-acceptance. Redefining family and success. It challenges traditional notion of family, showcasing that happiness, authenticity, and self-fulfillment are valid path to a meaningful life. To talk about romantic rebirth and new beginning. My journey into new romantic territory symbolizes hope and the possibility of love after loss, breaking stereotypes about black women and romance. We talk about character development and performance. In depth, Maya, Tisha Campbell, complexity and growth. Maya's character arc from a woman feeling trapped and ashamed to a confident, self-aware individual is masterfully portrayed by Campbell. Her nuanced performance captures vulnerability, strength, humor, and vulnerability. Talk about symbol of resilience. Maya's embodies the struggles and dreams of many black women, making her relatable on multiple levels. We talk about Marcus, Michael, Haley. US antagonist Marcus is not depicted as purely villainous but as a product of social expectations, successful, emotionally distant and conflicted. His character provides insight into masculinity, and emotional repression. Talk about Maya's mother, Tracy Mahal, cultural anchor. She offers wisdom rooted in cultural tradition, often serving as a voice of reason and compassion. Her character embodies the wisdom of past generation navigating modern realities. And if we talk about supporting character, best friend Kiki, the comedic relief who also provides critical emotional support. Near 11 just Hardrict represent hope, new beginning, and the breaking of stereotypes about black love. Talk about family and community members each adds layers of cultural resonance and social commentary. Talk about performance and critical acclaim. The performances are lauded for their authenticity, emotional depth, and cultural relevance. Critics praise Campbell's portrayal of its depth, capturing the complexity of a woman claiming her life. Darina Howard's newest regarding Maya and the cultural wisdom. We talk about production and artistic elements. Talk about direction and screenplay. Lisa Johnson direction emphasizes authenticity, emotional truth, and cultural specificity. Kevin Harper's screenplay views human social beauty, creating a lens narratives that appeals broadly. If we talk about music and soundtrack, the soundtrack curated by Lacey Mary features contemporary Afrobeat, R&B, and soul music, amplifying emotional beats and cultural pride. Track from artists like H.A.R. Summer Walker and Lucky they serve as sonic anchor throughout the film. Talk about visual style and cinematography. Talk about visual style and cinematography. which vibrant colors meets black culture's vibrance. The cinematography employs intimate close-ups during emotional scenes and sweeping shots during moments of vibration, visually reinforcing themes of empowerment. We talk about costumes and styling, fashion choices, celebrate black aesthetics, vibrant prints, traditional fabrics, and modern streetwear, highlighting cultural pride and personal expression. Talk about social and cultural impact, dialogue, and discourse of film has sparked widespread conversations about mental health, divorce, and black womanhood. It has it has been used as an educational tool in community and academic settings. We talk about media and popular culture. If we talk about divorce in black has influenced other media inspiring TV series, documentaries, and social campaigns focusing on black women's empowerment. We talk about community engagement. The filmmaker organized virtual panels, workshops, and support networks to foster dialogue around themes of resilience, mental health, and redefining success. We talk about policy and advocacy. The film's success has advocates for increased funding for mental health services targeted at black women and families. A record behind the scene insight and fun fact. Authentic stories, the screenplay was inspired by real stories shared on social media by black women, ensuring cultural accuracy. The actor Revolution Tisha Campbell attended therapy and relationship workshop to prepare for a role, bringing authenticity to her emotional journey. Jaguar music collaboration. The soundtrack features exclusive collaboration with prominent black artists, amplifying the film's cultural video visual voice. We talk about fashion and cultural symbols, costumes incorporate cultural symbols like antique cloth, Afro-Celtic jewelry, and traditional prints. Talk about filming location, urban settings like Los Angeles, Atlanta, and Brooklyn contribute to the authentic depiction of black life. We talk about community outreach. The film's promotional campaign including virtual town halls and social campaigns promoting black mental health. If we talk about international success in the film has been embraced globally, especially in Africa, where its cultural authenticity resonates deeply. We talk about future project, the director has announced plans for a series expanding on themes from the film, including stories of black women overcoming adversity. We talk about award and recognition. The film has received numerous awards and awards for screenplay, acting, and social impact, cementing its place in black cinema history. We talk about educational use. University use the film in course on black studies, gender studies, and media representation. We talk about future amplification and see influence on black cinema and media. Divorce in the black sets new standard for authentic representation, inspiring future filmmakers to tell nuanced stories about black women's lives. Toward cultural shift, the film contributed to a broader cultural shift toward accepting divorce, mental health, and self-love as valid and empowering choice for black women. To talk about the long-term impact, it has paved the way for more inclusive, diverse storytelling in Hollywood, emphasizing that black stories are multifaceted and relatable. Toward educational and activist uses, toward community organization and education institutions are using the film as catalyst for conversation about mental health, family, and personal growth. Talk about final reflection. Divorce in the Black is more than a film, it is a moment that celebrates resilience, authenticity, and cultural pride. It elevates black women's stories, challenges social stigmas, and fosters a community of support and empowerment. Its rich storytelling, powerful performances, and cultural significance make it a landmark piece in contemporary cinema, one that will influence generations to come. We talk about more. We talk about divorce in the Black 2024, the ultimate, most exhaustive, in-depth analysis and complete fact repository. First, we talk about the introduction and contextual framework. Divorce in the Black is a landmark cinematic achievement that redefines narratives surrounding Black womanhood, marriage, independence, and social expectations. Directed by Bailey Johnson, a trailblazer in socially conscious storytelling. The film is rooted in authenticity, cultural richness, and emotional truth. Released in 2024, it arrives at a time when conversations about mental health, self-care, and redefining traditional roles within the Black community are more prominent than ever. The film's cultural significance extends beyond entertainment, serving as catalyst for special dialogue, policy advocacy, and community empowerment. It challenges stereotypes and stigmas, pave the way for future Black filmmakers and storytellers to explore complex themes with honesty and nuance. We talk about deep dive, large synopsis, and narrative architecture. Talk about opening sequence and stabilizing content. The film opens with vibrant shots of urban life, music, fashion, family gatherings that immediately immerse viewers in Black cultural vibrancy. Maya Trisha Campbell is introduced as a successful career woman thriving in her role as a marketing executive with our close knit family and friends. This initial portal set the tone for resilience, hope, and strength. If we talk about inciting incident and emotional catalyst, the pivotal moments occurs in Maya discovers her husband's Marcus's Michael early. Immediately, this revelation is depicted with raw emotion, highlighting the shock, betrayals, and social pressure that complicate her response. The scene is accompanied by a powerful monologue from Maya reflecting on her dreams of marriage and family. Talk about the post-divorce journey and character development. The narrative then shifts into Maya's post-divorce journey. We talk about therapy and self-discovery. Maya begins attending therapy, confronting her feelings of inadequacy and social shame. Reconnection with roots, she revisits her childhood neighborhood, reconnects with her cultural heritage, and rediscovers her passion. We talk about support system. The film emphasizes her relationship with friends, family, and community. These support systems are developed through intimate collaboration, community events, and shared cultural practice. We talk about climax and transformation. The climax revolves around Maya accepting her independence, making bold choices, and embracing her identity. She confronts social expectations head-on, choosing happiness over conformity. Her final act, accepting a new romantic interest, symbolizes hope and renewal. We talk about the climax and transformation. The climax revolves around Maya accepting her independence, making bold choices, and embracing her identity. She confronts social expectation head-on, choosing happiness over conformity. Her final act, accepting a new romantic interest, symbolizes hope and renewal. If we talk about resolution and legacy, the film ends with Maya confidently leading a community event celebrating black cultural and her personal journey, a transformation from a woman feeling trapped to one thriving on her own, inspire viewers and cements the film's message of empowerment. We talk about thematic analysis and cultural significance. Reclaiming identity and self-love. At its core, the film champions self-love and personal agency. My journey exemplifies the importance of recognizing one's worth beyond social labels or traditional expectations. We talk about challenging and shifting social norms. The film actively questions the stigma around divorce, especially within black communities where marriage is often idealized. It advocates for viewing divorce as a courageous act of self-preservation and growth. If we talk about mental health and emotional support, depicting therapy support groups and candid conversations, the film normalizes mental health care for black women, addressing barriers like stigma, access, and cultural mistrust. If we talk about celebrating black culture and heritage, from fashion to music, the film immerses viewers in black cultural expression. It highlights the importance of cultural pride in fostering identity and resilience. Talk about redefining family and relationship. He was in the black food and traditional notion of family, emphasizing that happiness and authenticity are more vital than social expectations of marriage. We talk about empowering black women and sisterhood. The film showcases powerful relationships, friends, family, and that serve as a source of strength, wisdom, and collective resilience. We talk about interacting nuance and thought towards intersexual intersectional identities, race, gender, class, and how they influence personal choices and social perception. If we talk about character breakdown and after contemplation, Maya Tisha convey the complexity and nuance. Tisha Campbell delivers tour de force performance capturing Maya's emotional depth, humor, vulnerability, and strength. Symbolism Maya Buddha is the archetype of the empowered black woman reclaiming a life, serving as an aspirational figure for all. So it was the review of this movie. I hope you liked it. If there was any mistake in this video, then I am sorry for that. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.